never been one of those glass skin girls. Their life all perfect with no patterns. Instead, I've been scrolling on my phone, looking at what I should be. Oh no, it's 3.
Today I'm excited to welcome back Heather McDowall to Totally Music, who's joined me to chat about her new single Truman Show. Heather, welcome back. How have you been?
Hello, I'm so excited to be back. I've been great, thank you. I've just been busy this last year. I've prioritized my health and just making sure I'm great. And then I've just been writing and writing and writing. And Truman Show is so exciting to like be speaking about it finally because I did it such a long time ago. But yeah,
No, I'm so excited to have you back on. Um, so as you say, you've just released your new single Truman Show. Would you like to tell us about it?
yeah. So it actually came to be really funny. So the song's very bass riffy, and the way that came to me is I started humming it in the shower, and I was like, I don't think this is a song. And then I looked online, I was like, this isn't a song. Okay, it's here. This is a song. So then I started like words just kept coming to me and I was like, oh my god, I don't even know what this song's about. And then after I wrote it, I listened to it back and I was like, this is completely about overthinking and like it definitely should be called Truman Show because I added that Truman Show line in randomly. So then when I started like listening to it, I was like, this is making sense. This is like a bigger project than I thought it would ever be. So yeah, it's just about like making light of overthinking and being like, we all overthink. Like, let's have fun about it. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's about, and I just hope that universally people can take something from it and be make light of those kind of situations.
So what inspired you to create the song?
So I was alone in my room and I was like thinking about this bass riff and I was like, what do I want this to be about? And then when the words were coming to me, I was like, I need to think about like what it's like because I only turned 21 last year, but the year before I obviously turned 20. And being in your 20s sucks sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, being in your 20s is a wake up call. So I was like, I need to make a song that's like less like, oh, I miss being younger. Like, I need to embrace that. Like, this is a really transformative part of your life. So yeah, it just came to me and then everything just made sense. So yeah, it was mainly just I need to get out of this rut of being in my 20s and accept it and like change it into a different, you know, piece. Yeah.
So what are your favourite set of lyrics from the song?
Oh, there's loads. The drummer in my band loves I've been breathless for weeks not knowing you. I just wrote that. And then I think my favorite is um I think actually the Truman Show line, like, um, everybody's watching me frustrated at home because it sometimes feels like I'm watching myself do these things and I'm like, I'm so frustrated at you, but I can't tell you that that's the wrong thing you ever did because, like, with the overthinking thing again, you look back. So I think it was a nice little way to tie the film and link it with my life and then be like two things. I think that was, yeah, is one of my favorite things. Yeah.
So what did you learn from the creation of the song that will help you in the future?
Oh, to like be more bold with my crazy ideas. I mean, there's the stacked vocals in it. When there's that question bit in stacked vocals, I put all sorts. There's definitely a your mum joke in there. There's definitely a like in if I break down the stacked vocals for you, there's some madness in there, but I love it because it's like a little tiny thing of me that I can go, that's in there, and sometimes it's only for me, and it's like a nice thing unless people are really listening. Um, and yeah, I think it's just about like, okay, I've got this idea. It does not have to be a thing that I need to go, will people listen to this? It's just a thing where I've gone, I've had fun with this. And if people don't accept it, that's okay because I had fun with it and I can listen to that song with joy without going, do people like that? So yeah, I think that really. I think in my other projects, sometimes I'm more mindful if people are going to like it or not. So yeah, I think definitely that.
So what was the most difficult part about the creation of the song?
Oh, there was so many things because so first of all, I'll tell you this. So I wrote this song and I hadn't watched Truman Show in about a year. I'm not gonna lie. And I had always put the line, because I say good afternoon, good evening, good night. I thought it's good morning, good afternoon, good night, and I don't know why. And I had done the recording, and I had recorded it professionally. I had got a produced version. I then listened to it, and something there was going, that's not right. And then I googled it, and I was like, I was just so angry because I had to go back and like redo everything, and I was like, this is awful. Because I was like, there's 100% gonna be somebody who's like a huge like Truman nerd and go, actually, that's not right. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to change it. So that was frustrating. That was one
It
of the
was.
moments I was like, I don't like this song. I'm like, so yeah, that was definitely the hardest part for me, was that whole moment. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
So how did you come up with the artwork for it?
Oh, the artwork was an interesting one. So obviously I wear glasses. I wanted it to confuse people because I was like, I don't want this to be like, oh, I look really nice on this thing. I wanted it to be like, why has she got a dinosaur in her hand? Why has she got it as a phone? Why hasn't she got her glasses on? Like, what is she doing? Why there's so many different things? Like, why is there the sky background? Like, I wanted it to be kind of like a different version, like an old, like kind of, I guess like David Bowie when he did like Ziggy Stardust. Like I wanted it to be like a different version where they're like, what? Who's that? So that's what I did with that, and I think that it's one of my favorite artworks because it's like so different from all my other ones. So it was just like a nice little fun thing to do. So yeah, that was my motive for it, really. Yeah.
So if you could perform the song anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Oh my god, that's so exciting. So many places. I mean, last year you have one of my dreams come true. I didn't perform in Shepherd's Bush Empire, but I performed next to it, and that was still is exciting. Thank you for that, because that was so funny. Manifestation, maybe it'll happen this year. No, I think there's a few places I've always wanted to perform, but it's very America based. I would say Saturday Night Live. I think it would be a great song to do there because I can just be wacky and it's not like a thing that I have to worry about, that I have to be formal. So yeah, I think I would want to perform it there. I think that would be so cool. That would be great.
Um,
Yeah.
so what memories will you take away from the creation process?
Oh, it's definitely so my band aren't backing singers naturally. They just don't sing, which is okay. But it's I got them to do the like gang vocals for some of it, and it was when I'd reached a point, it was like late in the evening, and I was like, right guys, you gotta shout, like you gotta say no. And like the first no that came out of the mouths was shocking to me because they were like, no! And I was like, whoa, step back, take a second. That was a lot. Like, take a second back. It was so like intense, and I like that memory is always gonna stick with me because I was so shocked. These people who hate singing, like just like fully went for it, which was great. Um, yeah, that's that's definitely something that I'll take along with me for that whole experience. But yeah.
Love it. So finally, what's next for you?
Oh, I've got so many things. I've got a few new singles this year. I've got a lot of singles this year that I really want to release. So that's definitely one of the things. I would say just keep your eyes out for possible gigs that are coming up that are very exciting, and they're bigger for me than they ever have. But yeah, it's pretty much just new music. I'm really embracing the music this year, and I want to, really step forward in this new like place I'm at with my music. But yeah, that's it really, I think. Yeah.
Sounds good. So a massive thank you, Heather, for joining me on Totally Music. If anyone would like to check out Heather's music, I'll leave all the links in the description below for you. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
I've been wearing my mom jeans, I've been driving to parties, I've been doing the thing of growing up, darling, ice, the inhaler, I've been breathless for